Hello there, Cancer. Thank you so much for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast. This is for the week of January the 27th through February the 2nd. I am going to be putting down one card for each sign. We are going to take a peek at the card. We're also going to see what comes up psychically to get our impressions for our major themes that show up during the week. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. If you guys would like to support me, please put a thumbs up on this video, put comments down below, share the video out to other people who may benefit from it. I do have a Buy Me a Coffee account as well if you want to support me in that way. Also, I would love to support you. I do private readings and I do reiki sessions. I do mentoring. You can find out all about the services that I offer on my website in the corner of this video. Let's take a peek at what is coming up here. We have, for Monday, the Two of Pentacles. And by the way, this is the vice versa tarot. So there's two sides to each card. There is no back. So Two of Pentacles, we have this side. This just tells me that Monday, busy, 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 lots of balls in the air, keeping all the plates spinning. It may feel pretty hectic to you. Other people that are watching are going to be thinking about how gracefully you're handling everything and how they wish they could handle everything so gracefully. Next, we're looking at Tuesday. Here, what do we have? We have the King of Pentacles showing up in reverse. So on Tuesday, with that King of Pentacles showing up in reverse, what do we have actually happening here? Boop-a-dee-doo-doo-doo-doo. You may have given so much of yourself and of your energy lately, especially with Monday being so busy, that on Tuesday you're just tired, worn down, you just want to take a nap. I have to do what? No, that doesn't involve a bed or a pillow. I don't have the energy for that. That could be how Tuesday ends up feeling. Let's see. Wednesday. Naps are kind of a theme. Cancers for you guys this week. Look at this guy. Does he not look like he's asleep in his chair? There's a fire burning in the background. There's knives all in front of him, but he's just sleeping. This is a normal, average, everyday life. Life in the world of a Cancer, apparently, at least lately. I'm just teasing. But I do have a Cancer friend, and it does seem like there's always fires to be put out no matter what. And it's like everyday life. So yeah, she probably could do it on autopilot and halfway in her sleep. And maybe that's where you guys are, because that's really the strong impression I'm getting here, is that this is kind of just another regular day for you. There's a lot going on. You're putting out fires and you're just kind of doing it on autopilot. Autopilot. Four of Swords for me normally talks about this idea of rest and downtime. I don't think you have time for rest or downtime. Maybe you get a nap in. But there's just so much that needs to be taken care of in this card. I think if you get a nap, it's what we used to call a combat nap when I was in the Air Force. This is a 20-minute nap that it's that refresher that you can take, and then you get up and you hit it all again. Let's look at Thursday. Oh, yummy. You're already busy enough. I really don't like your Thursday, actually. You've got the Three of Pentacles showing up in reverse. Three of Pentacles in reverse says that you were planning on collaborating with somebody on something, but they're not really holding up their end of the deal. So you're doing it all on your own, or else you're rescheduling it, something like that. You may be just doing it all on your own. Let's look at Friday. Okay, Cancers. Friday, you guys have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Wheel of Fortune in reverse means that if you've been thinking about, is this the right time to ask for a raise or a promotion? The answer is no. Is this the right time to propose to somebody? The answer is no. Is this the right time to do something big that's going to impact my life long term? No, this is not. But this does have a very specific thing that it is time for whenever it shows up in reverse. And this is, it's time to get ready for when opportunities do come in, so that you can grab them by the horns and take advantage of them. So this is doing the behind the scenes work to get ready for some type of opportunity. So if you have been wanting to start a business, this is the time to get the business name registered, to get things legally in place so that when somebody comes to you and wants to be a client, you can say, okay, cool, I'm going to come out and do that job on such and such a day, blah, blah, whatever that is. But this is making preparations for opportunities to come in. This is not the opportunity yet. This is doing the behind the scenes work to get ready. Okay. Now let's look at the weekend, my friends, my Cancer friends. All right. Saturday, we have the Eight of Swords. You may be feeling really restricted and limited on Saturday. It's interesting, isn't it? We've got this eagle that's flying in, these messages, these things that you could be doing. Eagles are messengers from God. They're coming in with messages from Spirit. The other thing that's interesting about this card, it's a little different than a lot of the other Eight of Swords cards, but not completely. Check out what's right there in between her arms and her back. If she could find a way to grab that sword and just cut through even one of those ropes, and they don't even look that tight, she could probably just wiggle her arms and they would fall down around her, and then she could be free. So this limitation, this restriction, is only coming up because of your own perspective, because you're not seeing how you could be free of this limitation or restriction. You can be. That's kind of the key with this card. You can be, but first you have to see this situation objectively rather than through the emotional eyes, rather than through the response or the reaction of whatever is going on that makes you feel limited or restricted. You have to look at this from the big picture. So you want to kind of get up there with the eagle and take a look at this situation so that you can come out of that limitation and restriction. The way the energy sits now, I don't see you coming out of it, but hopefully because you're seeing this video, you'll recognize when you're feeling restricted and you'll look at, okay, well, what's the big picture so that you can get yourself out of that. All right. That's the whole point of having readings ahead of time, is to help us to do things differently and have better results as we go through our days. All right, let's look at Sunday. Five of Wands showing up in reverse. What I'm hearing is writer's block or a block of creativity. So something where, you normally are very creative, able to come up with good ideas. Not so much today. Or maybe for some of you, you just don't even feel like you have the energy to do this. Maybe you're normally doing some kind of, craft work, crochet, carpentry, I don't know what. But you just don't feel like doing it. For others of you, you may just be running low on ideas or on inspiration. All right? So that's what we have for you, Cancers. I really want to look at what's best advice for you guys to come through this week, because this just seems like it's a never-ending stress kind of week, which is not my favorite. And for a water sign, I don't think that's very, how long can you maintain at that? So let's look at your best advice as you move through this week. Let's see what Sacred Spirit would have to say for that. Interesting. All right, so the first thing is the Sun card coming up in reverse. Sun card in reverse basically says, remember to take time to do things with other people that you really enjoy doing and whose company you really enjoy. Remember to schedule that in. I don't know where from looking at your cards, but remember to schedule that in somewhere, somehow. That's Spirit's first piece of advice. Second piece of advice, I feel like this is when you kind of have to go through all the time or have to go to all the time. This is go with the flow. This Nine of Wands is just going with what comes up. We're not really planning anything. We're going with the flow. We're going with what has to be, where do I need to be now? What do I need to take care of now? But we're not really making any plans, because the plans are just going to be frustrating us when we have this card coming up. And then we have the Seven of Cups showing up as your last bit of advice. Recognize that you have options. This kind of goes with this locked in card here. It's really important to recognize that you have options. You have things that you can do to actually improve your life. And recognize that whatever you are doing is a choice. It's something that you have chosen. You have more choices than the ones you've already chosen, and it's totally okay for you to change your mind about some of the things that you have chosen, or to replace some of the things you have chosen with new choices. Okay? But you have choices in front of you. With that Seven of Cups, you have options. So this week does not have to be this continuous stress treadmill like it looks like here when I'm looking at these cards. You do have options, and it's really going to be important not only to go with the flow, but also spend some time with other people that you really enjoy. Make sure that you schedule that in there. That's going to help you a lot. All right, so that's what we have, my friends. I hope that you have a fantastic week, that you find some ways to turn that energy around in your favor. Everyone, if I don't see you here for a reading or a Reiki session or a mentoring session or any of the other services that I offer, I'll see you back on the next video. Peace out.